Mhm. Right, testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. All right, shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Harakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, as well as teach well. And also peace and salutation to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, I'm the brother Amanya from the GMS Louisiana. All right, Lafayette Camp. All right, GMS Louisiana of the Lafayette branch. All right, back at it with another live sit down lesson. Okay, Lord willing, this lesson, don't be too long. All right, but as you can see from the title of the lesson, Yahawashi, comma, the chief cornerstone. All right, Yahawashi, the chief cornerstone. All right, and I'm gonna start off right here in the book of Psalms, chapter 118. As you can see, I have here on the screen. All right, Psalms chapter 118, verse 22. It says, okay, it says, the stone which the builders refused is become the headstone of the corner. Okay, the stone which the builders refused is become the headstone of the corner. All right, and even when you go into the cross references, all right, Yahushua quoted this exact statement in various scriptures in the Gospels. All right, as you can see here in Matthew 21 and 42, Mark 12 and 10, all right, Luke, all right, and even the apostles quoted this same statement here in Acts 4. All right, so Salakia, Yahweh Shai is the chief cornerstone of this temple. Okay, the third temple, which is a spiritual temple, which is fulfilled in the elect, the remnant of the nation of Israel here in these latter days. Okay, Lord willing, I be of that number. You know, we the hopeful elect, we the remnant. All right, we're the ones who fulfill the temple of the Lord, a spiritual temple here in these latter days. Okay, and of course, with Yahweh Shai being the chief cornerstone of this spiritual temple. All right, and as it says right here in verse 23, this is the Lord's Yahweh's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes. Yeah, and the fact that the Lord, okay, is no longer dwelling in a temple made with hands anymore, but is now dwelling in a temple in a form of, men, okay, the elect, the remnant of his people, starting with the 144,000, okay, with his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, being the chief cornerstone of this spiritual temple. All right, it is a very marvelous thing, okay, that now, we're in a time where, there's no physical building or temple of the Lord set up in these latter days for our people to offer up sacrifices and praise to the Lord. Okay, because now the temple will be a moving temple, a mobile temple. All right, we the hopeful elect. Okay, we represent the temple of the Lord, and here it is. When you go into Second Thessalonians, the second chapter, all right, which starting with our apostles and elders on down, we always go into this chapter. Okay, the man of sin, Esau, Edom, the son of perdition. All right, as it says right here in verse 4, 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 4, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called Yahweh Shema Shai, or that is worship. Okay, and that's the exact system that Esau, Edom, the man of sin, the son of perdition in this chapter, has built up in these latter days. Okay, a whole entire worldwide beast system that's all predicated upon opposing, all right, and exalting himself above and against Yahweh Shemal Shah. Okay, blaspheming his name, his begotten son's name, blaspheming his tabernacle, them that dwell in heaven, as it speaks of in Revelation 13. All right, this man's system is all about rebellion against Yahweh Shemal Shah. All right, and it says, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. All right. And how is Esau showing himself throughout the four corners of the earth that he's a God through his pseudoscience, his technology? All right. And, as it speaks of down in verse 9, Salaki, verse 9, he will come in his latter days to do the working of Satan, the bidding of Satan, with what? With all power, signs, and lying wonders. Okay. Pseudoscience. As we always go into that word lying wonders. All right. Pseudos, a lie, conscience, and intentional falsehood in a broad sense, whatever is not what it seems to be, of perverse, impious, deceitful precepts. Okay. Falsehood. All right. And what is the main tool, so to speak, that Esau is using in these outer days to promote his falsehoods and his pseudo, his lies and his deception and whatnot? His science, his technology, his left hand, miracles and means of healings. All right. And then ultimately the charagma, you know, Esau is using all those things to show himself that he is God on the earth. All right. And as I said, towards the latter part of Second Thessalonians 2 and 4, so that as God, he sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. All right. Which, all right, this is a twofold understanding. All right. Because Esau, he's sitting in the temple of the Lord, which can be likened to the actual physical land of Israel, in a sense of him being in that land, going back to 1948, calling himself the chosen people. All right, they're calling himself the JEWs. All right, dwelling in the land of Israel in Jerusalem. Okay, showing himself that he's the chosen people of the Most High. And on the other hand, he's going to try to sit in the temple of the Lord, which is his people, the true Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, in a form of sticking a charagma inside of the Lord's people. Okay, including you know, trying to stick the charagma inside of us, the hopeful elect, the remnant. All right, that's Esau's ultimate main goal when it comes to that. When it comes to him trying to stick his charagma inside of us. All right, the CHIP. Okay, to try to sit in the temple of the Lord. All right, to try to sit in the temple of the Lord. All right, and as it says here in Ezekiel 35, why does Esau Edom want to sit in the spiritual temple of the Lord, his people, especially the remnant? Okay, Ezekiel 35, verse 10, it says, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine. All right, the two nations and countries being what? The northern and southern kingdom. All right, northern and southern kingdom of Israel. All right, and it says, these two these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. See that? So that's ultimately why Esau wants to sit in the Lord's spiritual temple, so that what? So that we can be his possession, so that we can be his bride, his wife. Just as Yahweh Shema Shai is preparing the elect to be his bride, his woman, okay, to be called into the marriage of the Lamb, you know, making us liken unto virgins. Well, Esau, through his pseudoscience and technology and his charagma, okay, wants to basically defile our virgin status, so to speak. Okay. Esau wants to defile the Lord's virgin, his elect. All right. and sit inside of the Lord's temple, which is his people. Okay. But as we read again, Psalms 118, verse 22, the stone which the builders refused is become the head stone of the corner. Okay. This is the Lord's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes. And the head stone, the chief cornerstone, is none other than Yahawashai. Okay. Let's get Ephesians 2. All right. Ephesians chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 18. Okay, Ephesians 2, verse 18. For through him, all right, through Yahushai, we both have access by one spirit unto the Father. Okay, so through Yahushai in his ministry, in his sacrifice, okay, in his walk on the earth 2,000 years ago, we this of the hopeful elect, the remnant of the nation of Israel, we now have access back to the Father through one spirit, which is the Holy Spirit. Okay, through Yahushai and his sacrifice and him, being resurrected out of the grave after 3 days and 3 nights, and then ultimately going back up to the heavens and sitting at the right hand side of the Father. Okay, the Most High Yahweh gave Yahushai the power and the authority to send down the Holy Spirit onto the elect. Okay, to give us the Holy Spirit. Okay, for us to have access back to the Most High Yahweh through faith in Yahushua, which Romans 5:1 goes into that. Through faith we have access back to the Father, roughly paraphrasing it. Okay, so Ephesians 2, Salakia. Ephesians 2, verse 18 again, for through him we both have access by one spirit unto the Father. Okay, and back in ancient times in ancient Israel, that's what the temple represented. Okay, the temple represented our access, to the heavens, through the Levitical priesthood, offering up sacrifices for our people. The high priesthood would enter into the Holy of Holies and sit in the mercy seat, okay, and receive directions and instructions directly from the heavens. Okay, well now, being that we, the hopeful elect, are the spiritual temple, okay, and we, the men of the Lord, the 144,000 tabernacle of David, represent the priesthood, okay, the priesthood of Yahweh Shemashai in his grace period, and of course, Yahweh Shai being our eternal high priest in the heavens, okay, all these things are fulfilled, you know, in us, the hopeful elect, and starting with Yahweh Shai, the temple, the spiritual priesthood, okay, Peter. The apostle Peter in First Peter 2, said that we're built up as a spiritual house and a royal priesthood. Okay. After Yahweh Shai, after the order of Melchizedek, Yahweh Shai's priesthood. All right. So it says Ephesians 2:19. Now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of Yahweh. We're no, we that's of the hopeful elect. We're no more strangers and foreigners. Okay, no more Gentiles. No more tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine. Okay, but through this truth, through the Lord calling us to this truth. All right, and us seeking to be chosen, we're now fellow citizens with the saints. All right, the rest of the elect and of the household of Yahweh Shemel Shai, his spiritual temple, his spiritual house. Okay, it says, verse 20, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Yahushua Hamashiach himself being the chief cornerstone. Okay, so at the foundation of this spiritual house, this spiritual temple, is the prophets and the apostles, which are the 144,000, starting with the 12 apostles, and at the chief cornerstone of the foundation of this temple being, as I just read, Yahawashi Mashiach himself. Okay. And here it is, going back to what I read in Ephesians 2 earlier, Esau, through the influence of Satan, and through doing the bidding of Satan, Esau wants to sit in the Lord's temple, which is his people, including his elect, through his pseudoscience and his technology, his lying wonders, okay, his charagma. All right. Basically, Esau wants to sack the temple all over again. All right. This time the third temple, a spiritual temple. But as we're reading, okay, Yahweh Shai is the chief cornerstone of the Lord's temple in these latter days. All right. So just knowing that point alone proves what? That Esau has no chance in the world to sack the temple in these latter days. Okay, not with Yahweh Shai being the chief cornerstone. Okay, because we know, all throughout the scriptures, all throughout prophecy, that it's set up for Yahweh Shai to get the victory over Esau, Edom, in these heathen nations. You know, Revelation the 19th chapter speaks about how Yahweh Shai is coming back to judge and make war with Esau and these heathen, okay, and to take them down, all right, and receive a new name, a new reputation, Lord of Lord and King of Kings, okay, and to take the crowns of these heathen nations from them, take away their rulership and subdue them, all right, and even in the book of Psalms 110, this is Psalms chapter 110 and 5. The Lord at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath. All right, Yahweh Shai sits at the right hand of the Most High Yahweh. All right, and he's going to strike through kings, the kings of the earth. All right, Esau and these heathen nations in the day of the Lord's wrath. Okay, World War III. All right, when the Lord gathers all these nations in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat over there in the region of Saudi Arabia. Okay, and bring judgment upon the armies of these heathen nations. The Lord's gonna use his right hand, Yahweh Shai, to perform these things. All right. And it says, verse 6, he shall judge among the heathen, he shall fill the places with the dead bodies, he shall wound the hedge over many countries, he shall drink of the brook in the way, therefore shall he lift up the head. Yeah, which lift up the head is basically like an old English expression for getting the victory. Just like when you watch like certain movies and whatnot, where a fighter or a warrior would defeat his enemies in a battle. Okay, he would basically lift up his head to signify victory. That he basically got the victory. He's conquered the battle. He's conquered his enemy. Well, that's what Yahweh Shai, the right hand of the Most High Yahweh, is gonna do to his enemies when he returns. Okay, strike through them. All right, you know, br- bring forth great slaughter upon these heathen in her armies and lift up the head in victory. Okay, and so as we read in Ephesians 2, Yahweh Shai is the chief cornerstone of this temple, the Lord's temple, the third temple, spiritual temple. All right, fulfilled in Yahweh Shai and the elect. And so knowing that, as Esau is trying to use his pseudoscience and his charagma to sack the Lord's temple in his latter days, well, he has no chance. Okay, because by Esau attempting to sack the Lord's temple, all right, then that would mean that Esau would somehow get the victory over Yahweh Shai, who's the chief cornerstone of the foundation of this temple. And we just read in prophecy that that's impossible. Okay, it's written that Yahweh Shai is going to get the victory over Esau and these heathen nations. Okay, Ephesians 2 and 21. In whom all the building fitly framed together groweth unto an holy temple in the Lord, in whom ye also are builded together for an habitation of Yahweh through the Spirit. Yeah, and that was uh another significant uh, uh part of the temple in ancient Israel, within our ancient culture. Okay, the temple also represented a dwelling place, a place of habitation for the spirit of the Lord, okay, to dwell in on earth. And that was why in ancient times, why the temple served as our access to the heavens, because that was basically, the Levitical priesthood and the high priesthood after Aaron and whatnot, okay, basically having direct access, face to face access with the spirit of the Lord. Okay. Well, now in these other days, in this grace period, the habitation of the Lord, the habitation of his name, okay, the habitation of his Holy Spirit is all fulfilled through Yahawashi sending down the Holy Spirit onto the elect. Okay. We, the hopeful elect, we represent the habitation of the Holy Spirit of the Lord. And we represent the habitation where the Lord puts his name in. Okay. You know, and through these things we have access back to the Lord. Okay. But it's all, we have all that access through Yahweh Shai, the chief cornerstone. Okay. This is Isaiah, Isaiah chapter 31 and 4. It says, for thus hath the Lord Yahweh spoken unto me. For thus hath the Lord Yahweh spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashim Shai of hosts, come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof. Okay, so the Lord Yahweh Shai, when he returns, okay, is going to come down to fight for Mount Zion. And is that talking about the actual physical Mount Zion in the Holy Land right now? No, because right now you got heathen dwelling in that land, primarily that of Amalek, the small heads. Okay, but the Mount Zion that Yahushua is going to come back to fight for and defend is the elect. Okay, and how do I know that? Real quick, let's get Psalms chapter 125, verse 1, a song of degrees. It says, they that trust in the Lord, Yahweh Bashmal Shai, shall be as Mount Zion, which cannot be removed, but abideth forever. See that? So those of our people, which is the elect, the remnant, that would trust in Yahweh Bashmal Shai, starting with the names of Yahweh through his begotten son Yahweh Shai, okay? Those of our people that would trust in the Lord shall be as Mount Zion, you see, which is the remnant, the hopeful elect. We represent Mount Zion here in these outer days. And if you know about Mount Zion in the scriptures, all right, what was the significance of Mount Zion? Okay, Strong's H 6726 to Zion, and it says parched place, another name for Jerusalem, especially in prophetic books. All right. But ultimately, when you go into the history of Mount Zion, all right, that was where the temple dwelt. Matter of fact, let's see here in the lexicon, it says a sunny place, a sunny mountain, and it says it's like a fortress. Then it says right here, Zion, the higher and southern hill, not the northern, as Lightfoot thought. It says, I'm gonna jump down a little bit. It says, on which the city of Jerusalem was built. Then it says it included the more ancient part of the city with the citadel and the temple. Okay, the citadel and the temple, because that's where the temple dwelt at, Mount Zion. Says in parentheses, Mount Moriah, on which the temple was built. Okay, and Mount Moriah, that was where Abraham was getting ready to offer up Isaac at, when you go into, I believe that's Genesis 22. Okay, before Zion was called Mount Zion, in Genesis it was called Mount Moriah, which is where Abraham was about to offer up Isaac at. Okay, and of course we know through the Spirit, Isaac was Yahawashi. All right, if you can receive that through the Spirit. All right, but nonetheless, the main point being, all right, Mount Zion in ancient Israel was where the actual physical temple dwelt at. But now, as we read here in Psalms 125:1, they that trust in the Lord shall be as Mount Zion, which cannot be removed, but abideth forever. All right, and that's the elect, the remnant. We, the hopeful elect. We're the ones that's trusting in the names of Yahweh Shemal Shai. So therefore, we're likened unto Mount Zion. Okay, the temple, spiritual temple. Okay, so going back to Isaiah 31:4, for thus hath the Lord spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion, the elect, the remnant, and for the hill thereof. Okay, verse 5. As birds flying, so will the Lord Yahweh of hosts defend Jerusalem. Okay, and Jerusalem is also symbolic of the elect. Okay, symbolic of the elect. The Lord is going to come back to defend his elect as birds flying. And when you look at birds flying in the air, all right, a flock of birds, they fly in what's known as a V formation. Okay, where you have the lead bird or the head bird out in front at the very front of the flock, and then the rest of the birds are, follow behind them in a V formation. Okay, which Esau utilizes the V formation as a military formation in his air force. Okay, where the Lord Yahweh Shemal Shah is going to come back with the heavenly air force, which is the holy angels via the chariots, so-called UFOs. Okay, as birds flying, so will the Lord Yahweh Shemal Shah of hosts defend Jerusalem, the elect. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over it, he will preserve it. So the Lord is going to pass over his elect, okay? Just as the Lord passed over our people in ancient Egypt, okay? But this time the Lord is going to pass over his elect in his modern day Egypt and defend us, okay? He's going to defend his temple. He's not going to allow Esau to sit in his temple, his spiritual temple, his elect, okay? And get the victory over his elect. All right. The Lord is going to defend his elect, defend his temple. All right. And not allow it to be sacked again by Esau, Edom, or any heathen nation. All right. And not allow Esau, Edom, or any heathen nation to set up their idols in the Lord's temple. Okay. Which today the idol that Esau wants to put in the Lord's temple is that Karagma. Okay. The sea hip. All right. So the Lord is going to defend this temple this time and not allow it to be sacked and overthrown. Okay. Which, with Yahweh Shai being the chief cornerstone of the foundation of this temple, then Esau and these heathen have no chance. Just by that man, get your ass out of here, man. Goddamn scoffers, man. All right, but anyways, yeah. So Esau has no chance to overtake the Lord's temple because Yahweh Shai is at the chief cornerstone of it, man. You know, and that's point blank. Okay, that's a sure word of prophecy. All right. So that's pretty much it right there. I didn't want to make this video too long. So Lord, when this video is edifying, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well as well as teach well. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, shalom. The fuck is